Okay,
We are live.
we are live, and I'm looking, and I don't see. Oops, get that saying hi to everybody.
Oh, there we go. You're
Yeah.
in.
Uh-oh, lost her, folks. Let's see how many people come in here. I'm looking here. All right, let me go move that out over there.
Okay, I'm back. I hit the
Yeah,
wrong button. My fat
yeah,
thumbs. I hit the wrong button and left.
yeah. Nobody else has come in. It still says just one
Yeah.
person here.
Well,
Actually, let me go over to the other side here. See if I can do that here. Hang on here.
oh, who's down here? Oh, that's just okay.
All right. Got two watching now.
There we are. Hello, everyone. Hi, Angels Homestead. I have a surprise guest. Oops.
Yeah. Mm.
Hey, Dave Knight. Thanks for commenting on my video earlier. No, I was talking with my son. Side note, not tonight's topic. And I was telling him that it was the 50th anniversary of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and he's like, "I've never heard of this." I'm like, "Yes, you have. We've talked about this. I know we talked. There's a reason we talked
Play
about
the
this."
song for him.
Well, no. Last summer we went up to the Sioux Locks and we
Okay.
saw the Arthur M. Anderson going through the Sioux Locks. And so at that point, I told him the entire story of the Edmund Fitzgerald because we were right there in front of the Arthur M. Anderson. The Arthur M. Anderson, as you well know, is the last ship to see the Edmund Fitzgerald. They were trying to guide them through because when the Edmund Fitzgerald lost their navigation system, they were relying on the Arthur M. Anderson, and they were together when the Edmund Fitzgerald went down, as together as two ships that big can be on an inland sea, within radio distance of each other.
Yeah.
And the Arthur M. Anderson is the ship that answered the distress call for the Edmund Fitzgerald. So it is very famous, and it would just happen to be the ship that was going through the lock at the time we were up there visiting. I'm like, I know I've told you the whole history of this. So then I had to get out my pictures of the Arthur M. Anderson, and I posted them today since it's the 50th anniversary of the Edmund.
What's interesting about that, usually every night I have at least 2 or 3 grandkids over here.
Yes.
Right now, because grandpa's not doing lives. We can go. Yeah. Anyways, what I'll do is I will on the computer I have out there in the living room, family room area where they like to play. I have an earbud out there, and I will watch the reels on Facebook. And there are a couple of channels I've been following. The interesting one, a lot of them are the reaction channels, reels, and actually on YouTube, the reaction channels on YouTube too. I watch those. One of the ones I've been watching lately, because she's really cute. It's she's a Finnish girl living in Spain now. She speaks very good English and Spanish, and she's multilingual. But she's reacting to all the things here in America, and she was reacting to Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. First one she reacted to was Night Moves. Night Moves. And then I told her, hey, all right, you think Night Moves is good? You got to do Main Street, Like a Rock, Against the Wind. Those are all throwbacks, remembering the days of the youth. And she's watching those, and then someone recommended, it's the 50th anniversary of the Edmund Fitzgerald. You got to listen to the song by Gordon Lightfoot.
Yes.
And it's like, I remember as a teenager in high school listening to that on an 8-track tape that my sister had given me.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So, but yeah, so you froze again. It's one of those, it's like one of those things. It's like, okay, that wasn't too long after it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it was like maybe the next year or so that Gordon Lightfoot did the song after the Edmund Fitzgerald went down.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he died. Gordon Lightfoot died 2 years ago. And now on the anniversary, they ring the bell 30 times. 28 times for the 28 men that died. One for all of the men who have died in the Great Lakes on boats.
Mm-hmm.
And one for Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. There's a church in Detroit.
The Paul Martian was stuck in front of the GM building. Water levels low.
Yeah, Dave Knight can see the big ships down from his side of the pond.
Oh, speaking of that, some of the reactions I also saw goes around the same thing here of an Irish person and then two Brits.
Yes.
Yeah, talking about inland seas. Wait a minute.
Yes.
They were reacting to a beach, and it was a beach on Lake Superior. You go, that's an ocean. That's not a lake.
And see, and that guy did one on the Edmund Fitzgerald this week too. And he was like, I thought this happened like in the 1800s. No, it happened in the 1970s. He just couldn't believe that it could happen and how big. I mean, if you see how big those ships are, like when
they're ocean ships.
When they come through the Soo Locks and you're into the St. Mary's River, the St. Mary's River, although it's quite large, at that point, it's very narrow there with Sugar Island, and the Sugar Island ferry is. I went to the Sugar Island ferry dock, and the Sugar Island is in between the United States and Canada. And I think it's American. I almost bought property there once. I think it's on the American side, for the most part. But you can get a ferry either from the U.S. side in Sault Ste. Marie to the Sugar Island or the other way. So when you're right there, you're standing on the banks of Sault Ste. Marie. The ships are almost close enough for you to touch as they come by through the St. Mary's Channel. And they've just come out of the lock and they're into the St. Mary's River. And it's just amazing to watch. And you're just like, you're looking up at them because they're like skyscrapers above you and huge. Yeah. And all their families know when they're coming through. They're watching them. There's a track here. There's a app for your phone. You can track where every ship is in the Great Lakes. And their families all come there. And so they start honking their horns, and then the ship starts blowing its whistle, and all of the people who know their families waiting there for them are standing on the boat waving, and it's the closest they'll see them till they get off the ship.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing to watch that. The Mariners Church is at the exit of the tunnel in Detroit. Okay. I usually go to Canada through Port Huron. I don't usually go down to the Detroit one because that's quite a bit farther south for me. But yeah,
it's one. The closest I've been to there is I've been up in North Dakota, and I've been below it up to Nebraska, I think, is the farthest north I've been there. And then on the other side, I've been in West Virginia and Western Pennsylvania, up at the town where they filmed that. They highlighted in the movie Unstoppable with Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt. The train was the runaway train, the 777. It begins with an A. The name of the town. Not Arklow. That was one of the ones before, but the town they show where the elevated trains going around has the highest per capita of bars per people in the city.
Oh. Grand Rapids, Michigan has an ordinance so you can't have a bar on any street that has a church on the corner. And so for the longest time, there were very few bars in Grand Rapids because there was a church on every street corner. Fun fact. Speaking of bars per capita.
Wow. Yeah. All right. So tonight's topic, juice.
Juice. So there's obviously many ways. And I'm so excited. So I was out and about, and one of my friends asked me if I wanted a juicer. And I thought they were like, the Jack LaLanne juicer, or the new what's the new one now, that the Ninja juicer or whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't need a juicer. I've done that, been there, done that. It just makes an awful mess, and I wind up with a bunch of pulp, and I don't want it. No. And she's like, no, for canning. And I'm like, wait, what? And it was a steam juicer. I have been looking for a steam juicer at thrift stores, at Goodwill, Salvation Army, garage sales, everywhere, because I didn't want to pay $150 for one. And she had one she wanted to sell for $50. It's only been used twice. So today's topic is juicers, but really wanted to focus on the steam juice. Yes. And then, of course, I left it at my daughter's and forgot to pick it up and bring it here. So, oops. So I'm going to be doing some things with steam juicing. It's a great way to extract juice from your fruit, especially like grapes, cherries, a lot of different fruit, where you want to use a lot of fruit to make a lot of juice at one time. And so I'm pretty excited. It's a 3-part system. There's the basket on top for the fruit. There is a ring in the center to put your water in. And then all of your juice falls down into the one catch place, and it then goes out the little spout, and you can put it right into your jars through that silicone, apparatus right there. Yes, so I'm very excited. I peeked in the box. All the parts are there. Even the little pitcher for the silicone tubing. So I'm very, very excited. I can't wait to use it. Yeah. So even more jams, jellies, and juices in my future, because they'll be easier to make it.
Now, my mind, having never done juicing, the closest thing to the juicing I did was back when I was a teenager, and I harvested all the Concord grapes my grandmother had growing on her place, and got the cone colander with the wooden thing in it, go around on it, and did all the grapes and stuff, and did grape juice, and I wound up with 2 quarts of grape juice, and all the residue went to the chickens, and they were happy as a lark. But just now, when I was thinking while you're talking about it, so I was thinking, no, wait a minute, with these upper containers here, and you got all the pulp and everything, and everything else up there, can that be used? I know this is not this is deviating from the juices to the other side. Can that stuff up there be used for making like apricot butter or apple butter, or
because
jam? Preserves.
Because now you've extracted a lot of the water out of it, and so it's perfect pulp for the butter.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. That'll make my wife happy, because she didn't know. She was saying, but we're wasting so much stuff you can't use. It's like, there's got to be a use for it.
Yep. Oh yeah, you can still use it. Now, I mean, it depends on if it has any of. You got to make sure it still has some flavor to it. You don't want to cook it to death.
Right.
No. But I'm really excited. I have a lot of wild grapes on my property, and some not so wild grapes that have went wild. And so I am really excited. I want to do some grape juice. I've done the quick juicing method. The quick juicing method is where you take a cup of your fruit, be it grapes, cherries, whatever, and you put it in a quart jar with about half a cup of sugar, quarter cup to half a cup of sugar. And then you water bath process it and make juice that way. We've made a lot of quick grape juice that way, but it's just not as good as store bought to me. Sometimes it's either too sugary or too watery.
Yeah.
And so this will open up, having a steam juicer will open up a whole new world for me that way. I'm pretty excited.
Dave, yeah, those cone juicers are, people look at those. What's
Yes.
this for? And I hear people saying all these other, oh, that's just a strainer for spaghetti or is there a pasta and stuff like that. It's like, oh, that's a juicer.
Yeah.
And they go like, huh? Yeah, you put the stuff in, you put the cone in, and if you want, you can go on the outside of it. You can get a muslin or a linen bag to go on it.
Yep.
And catch everything that goes through the holes and still let the juice drip out. So, yep. But yeah, people, I've seen people posting on Facebook, what's this? And it's like, that's what it is. No, it can't be. Yeah, it is. I got two of them. I got my mom's and I got my grandmother's.
And they're always posting like a part of it because it's a 3-part thing. There's the stand. There's if you don't have the stand, you can't use it because
it's hard.
No way. Yeah, it's really hard to use it. I've used it in like my big Tupperware. That's a bowl without a stand, and it's not easy because it moves all over on you when you're trying to press. I've only ever used it for pressing tomatoes and making elderberry juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's your stand. There's the colander strainer, and then there's the dowel or whatever you want to call it that goes inside the taper piece that you can. Yeah. Yeah. And if you're so lucky, you get the 4th piece, and that's the bag.
Yes. Yes. Well, most of those are pretty well disintegrated by now. You have to make your own new muslin bag, but
yeah.
Actually, the hardware store in Kidron, Ohio, Lehman's Hardware Store in Kidron, Ohio, they actually have what they call soup bags, and they are the perfect size for that.
Yeah, and I would imagine that most Amish stores would have it as well.
Yes. Yes.
That's definitely
you can order on Amazon the jelly bags, but just have to make sure they're big because a lot of the jelly bags aren't big enough for what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can always be like my mother. She would use a fresh cotton pillowcase. And then forever we would be sleeping on purple pillowcases.
or dark purple if it was blackberries they were doing.
She didn't do many blackberries. She didn't like picking the thorns, but we did a lot of grape juice.
Yeah.
Because she would do it for the church for communion too.
My grandmother had 2 daughters. My mom had three boys and a girl. My aunt had, I'm just gonna count, Jay, Debbie, Roland, Carrie, and Light. Had 5 kids. So, and of course, when someone said blackberry jam, my cousins who were 3 miles away, if their parents weren't coming over fast enough in the car, were on their bikes and riding over.
Yep.
And it's like I hated picking them. They didn't mind picking it, and I spent most of my time helping my grandmother can blackberry jam.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like the bottom of the pots that we were just because we were washing them out to put them into the other pot to mash them. There was blackberry juice in there because picking them, they would squeeze and damage them, and they'd be leaking juice in there. And blackberries produce a lot of juice.
Yes, yes. I have blackberries. I planted 17 blackberry plants that I transplanted from another property, and I still have 7. And I keep bending them over and multiplying them, and I'm hoping to have a nice thick row of blackberries, a hedge of blackberries.
Yeah. that's one thing I've been talking with my daughter, and she's been kind of leery about it. But as far as BlackBerry goes, trying to tell, well, you want to stop the boys from climbing the fence and getting out.
Yeah.
Plant blackberries on the fence. Yeah. Let me count. Last week. Okay, voting was on Tuesday, so Monday, Danny was sick. The little mini-me was sick. And she put it back in his room, and she, sent Aiden out there because Aiden goes to 7:30 in the morning. And Aiden, and she wasn't paying attention. Aiden got on the bus. He's very good. He's out there and gets on the bus. And she goes looking for Danny. Can't find Danny anywhere. She starts going through the house, calls me up. I go over there.
And he froze.
We double check the basement, go up. The attic door still has both padlocks on it. He's not in there. Start going. Finally, she calls the school, say, "Hey, Danny was sick. We can't find him. We don't know if he snuck out and got on the bus." He did. He went out, hopped the fence, got on the bus, sick. Didn't have his jacket, but he had his knitted beanie hat and scarf and gloves on. It's like, yeah. So she had to go pick him up, and on the way home he threw up, and so he's still sick and throwing up, but he wanted to go to school.
Well, at least he wants to go to school.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because his girlfriend was
Diane.
At school. Yeah. So Danny's birthday is Thanksgiving Day this year.
Ooh.
And he turned 7. And so he's 6, and he has a girlfriend. And he's been saying since last year at this time, I'm going to marry her. But I'm telling her, plant the berries along there. They won't climb the fence. And when they get hungry, they'll wander out there and they'll pick berries when berries are in season.
And their little fingers will be all black.
Well, their fingers are all black, and anything from digging in the dirt and playing and not washing. It's like, the boys come over here, and I'll pull it and go, "Okay, you got half an inch fingernails sticking out there, packed with dirt."
No.
It's like, okay, sit down. I'm clipping them. I keep it right here because they'll come in here. It's like, well, put them on my knee and clip, 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 clip.
Yeah.
Hey, Diana, how's it going?
I didn't post the live until early this morning, and I didn't talk to Mark before I did it, and then he wasn't available. So I probably should. I need to start posting, like, as soon as we get off here, post for next week. But with no electric out at the cabin, it's hard to know if I'm going to be somewhere where I can do a live or not. And with it being so dark now it gets dark here at 5:30. And so with it being dark at 5:30, it's really hard to do a live and have anybody be able to see my face. I can't go where I have internet and sit in the car now. So I don't know. I may have to move them up a little bit, or I don't know, do something different. I don't know.
Hang on. Let me look something up here for you. I
lost you. Yeah, I had a special guest. I lost him. Come back. We have a skiff of snow. There he is.
Hit the wrong button here.
That's what I did earlier. We have a skiff of snow. We were supposed to get 4 more inches last night, and we did not get it. Yay. Yay us. But it was absolutely beautiful last night.
Ring light with let's see if this one brings it up here.
Yeah, Dave Knight, you can keep that 4 inches down there of snow. I'm not ready for that much snow yet.
Oh, who was it? Was posted a video last night? Was it Grammy Karen? Or what? Or anyways, she was talking. Oh, it may be snowing. About an hour later, she came back on. Okay, I got snow coming down. It's not sticking. Damn, it's cold out here. I'm going back in the house.
Oh, it got bitter cold. I was glad I stayed in town last night because it got bitter cold. But cold.
Let's see if it changes up here. Okay. Oh. Okay. Come on. Where's the ones for? Okay. So if you happen to have one of these little power bank things with the USB things on it, they sell one of the Ring LED lights that you put in front of you on the dash that plugs into one of those.
Oh.
And that way you have light in the car if you want to go do streaming from the car.
I have one of those ring lights somewhere.
Does it have a USB
port?
Yeah, USB. Yeah.
Yes, and my Jackery has a USB port.
Yep. There you go. You already got it.
But where is it? In what tote? In what storage place is it in? This is the problem. I'll have to find that out. I'll have to figure that out.
So, yeah. I'm just looking at. They got several different ones. I mean, these are different size ones. But the 5-inch ones are like $16. Comes with a clamp or a tripod stand for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Get that down. Boom, there we go. Yeah. We had. I guess it's been about 3 weeks since we had our first snowfall here. For about 45 minutes.
Today
it didn't even change the concrete from light gray to damp dark gray. It melted and was evaporating that fast as it came down.
Last night was the first snow we've had here. We did have frost. We have had frost, but we haven't had snow.
Okay.
Last night was supposed to be the coldest night we've had yet. It was supposed to have gotten down to 28 degrees.
So Angel's saying, can you steam juice pineapple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Might take a little bit longer because it's thicker.
Interesting thing on this is, and I got it saved. I saved it on Amazon in one of my wish lists. One of the guys that pops up on the reels and stuff with all this African-American gentleman, very well spoken, very nice, very professional at everything he does, even his comedies professionally does. Like people who try to do comedy on their own, they're kind of but he was talking about kitchen appliances for a week, and he got this one like you were talking about before, this other juicer, like a Ninja juicer, only bigger, and it's a hand press one.
Oh,
yes. It's a cast iron hand press one. And he goes, is this good for pineapples? Because I saw someone doing it, and he went and bought one. And he showed everything, where he got it from and everything else, and the price and everything else. Took the pineapple, cut the outside off, cut it up into pieces and started dropping it in there and started pressing it. And he had the straining bag on it because the stuff's going to come out with it. And from a pineapple, a decent sized pineapple, he got 64 ounces of juice out of it.
Oh, wow. Nice. That's a lot of juice.
That was a lot of juice. And he's there doing it. And he says, here is a store-bought jug of juice. Here's the same size jug that I've drank already. And he did it, and he filled it up, and it was just a hair higher than the store-bought.
Wow. Because, sometimes you can get pineapples here for 99 cents. When they come on sale, if you hit the manager's special sometimes, where they overbought, you can get them for 99 cents. That would be awesome.
And you think about it, how much are you paying for a half gallon of pineapple juice?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
And
more than that.
Yeah. And with this thing here, he goes, this thing here, and he pulled up apples, cherries, apricots, peaches. You want these good fruit juices and stuff? This cast iron thing does it.
Huh.
And the thing is with that, it's interesting is with that then, if you want to can pineapple juice, you get a couple pineapples. All right, you got a couple gallons of, you got a gallon or two of pineapple juice. You can it in the jars here. The only thing is I can say about canning pineapple juice in a jar, the amount of sugar that's in it.
Yeah.
Plus the acidity of it.
Well, pineapple is the only fruit that's eating you while you eat it.
Yeah. So if you can it, you got to be very careful. You pick the jar up, you give it a 1-inch headspace, pick it up, set it down, and you don't slosh that jar over at all to get, because it'll eat through the enamel, the enamel lining on the,
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But pineapple, yeah, you can steam pineapple juice. Almost to me, if you're going to buy a steamer and you get one of these hand pressed ones.
Yeah. Well, if you're drinking it, cold pressed juice is the way to go.
Yeah.
For a raw diet, cold pressed juice, which what that is mm-hmm. the way to go.
Yeah. And if you have kids, here, press it. Ooh, I get to destroy something.
I love to buy the deer carrots and make carrot juice.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of pulp that generates, that I have no use for. Like I was making carrot bread and throwing it into, carrot cake, but the amount of pulp it makes, it seemed so wasteful to me. So yeah. I had went to a resort, a 5-star resort spa, and they had carrot orange juice for the breakfast, and it was so good. So I bought a juicer, used at a garage sale, but I bought a juicer. But then it was just so much pulp and so much mess.
Yeah. Yeah, but whether you're going to steam juice it or whether you're going to press juice it, with one of those mechanical ones, mm-hmm. or if you actually have like the wooden slat one with the hand crank thing down on it, or the little hydraulic pump in there.
Yeah. Well, we used to have the cider press, but the cider press took up the entire garage. It was the commercial cider. Yes, I've said this story before. My great grandparents' farm, my aunt and uncle turned into an apple orchard, a fruit orchard, and they would make all of us kids in the family, and I mean all of us from the time you could toddle, go around with a wagon and pick up all the fruit, because back then you picked up all the fruit off the ground every day, and that's what you made the cider with.
Okay. Okay. Hang on here. Let me get this adjusted just right here so I can share this page. Oh, okay. I got 4 of them on here. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Present, share screen, entire screen, share. This is my food processing wish list. So this is the can one that he was talking about, mm-hmm. and I'm going to open that another tab. But he says you got to get the bags for it, and these are the bags you buy for it. But
I almost bought one of those at a garage sale, but they wanted $100 for it.
Yeah, well, this is new is $300. It was on a 20% off when I put it in here, but but this is cast iron. Ooh. And cast iron frame and everything else, and then stainless steel, everything else. So it's going to last.
This one was stainless steel. I don't remember if there was cast iron to it or not, but it had some heft. It was very heavy.
Yeah. But then I got the Costaway steamer in here. Just
pull that up so everybody can see, since I didn't bring mine with me.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what they look like. They're a 3-pan system, and then they have a device where you can strain the juice right off into things.
Yeah. And then it has videos on people using it, submitted videos. You got more photos on it. Yeah, that's $80.
Yeah, that's a good deal because I haven't found them for less than 149.
Yeah.
And I was watching.
I'm going to say, let me go down here. This is Amazon, folks. So I'm going to go down here and see. Go down a little bit. Let's go down. Yeah, you got all sorts of different prices on them and stuff, shapes. Come on, where's the other information? Because I know where it's coming from. I want to see it. Warranty, click there. Oh, they're not being upfront with it. So I'll do this. What is the country the information does not provide explicit details about the country of manufacture. You know what that means, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so and then of course I also happen to have a 3.5 gallon fruit/wine press here in my wish list, just waiting till the wife says buy it.
But that's perfect for things like apples too, because you have to you kind of have to crush the apples and then press them.
Yeah.
I think you can steam them. I'll have to do some experimenting with it, and we'll see. I will do some videos. I'm going to be doing some videos. That's all I got to say. Now that I have it, I'm definitely going to be doing some videos and showing everybody how to use it. So it'll be fun.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'll have to find out later who that is.
Hang on. Let's see here if I got this here. Bit of that. Go to channel.
Obviously, one of my little cousins.
Okay. Joined March 2023. Has 12 subscribers. No content.
Yeah. It's probably one of my little cousins. I'll find out.
Yeah.
They will reveal themselves, but not on here.
Yeah. I like his what he has set up there for his channel though, with the jack-o'-lantern backdrop, and he has the icons a little bit different what's up on there, but yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to figure that out. But Sawyer is doing great. He's here, but he's not love bombing this live stream, so that's a good thing.
But yeah, so back to the canning portion of this.
Yes.
Apples. Do you have to add anything to the apple juice? I mean, the apple liquid before you can. So you can just can it straight. Okay. Yep. Peaches and apricots should be and pears and plums.
You don't have to add sugar, and if some of them you might want a little lemon juice just for color, if you want to preserve the color. Like strawberries would turn brown, so you definitely want to put some lemon juice to keep the strawberry color in it. Most of them are acidic enough that you don't have to add lemon juice to acidify it, and sugar is just for the sweetener part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a requirement. Elderberry, you'd want to add the lemon juice for a little more acid, but that's about the only one I could think of that I would need it.
Yeah. And definitely don't need to add anything to the pineapple.
No. Definitely acidic enough.
Yeah, papayas. Grapes, you don't have to add anything to it. In fact, you can actually, if you are going to go that way, you can go ahead and get the book on winemaking.
Yeah, it could go that way. A lot of these, I mean, you could can this juice and then, like the elderberry, I can elderberry juice, then I make syrup out of it later. But you could certainly make wine out of it later if you wanted to.
And just thinking about it, yeah, you can make wine out of any of these.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then, or vinegar.
Yeah.
You can make vinegar out of any fruit juice too. So you could even take the pulp and make vinegar out of some of the pulp too. Use that to make vinegar.
Okay. And Dave has 3 gallons of elderberry juice. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Lots of healthy benefits in there.
Yeah.
Perfect for this time of year.
Yeah, I got to. My daughter wants to try growing elderberries again. She left the one area she tried growing them in. She didn't put fencing around it at all. Well, there was the regular fencing, but she didn't really protect it. And the deer
gone
over the 4 foot tall cow fencing, jumped over that, and yeah.
They don't even have to jump through it. Over here, my horse fence, they just walk through it, like put their head under one and step over the other and go right through.
Well, this is like this is the rules of livestock fencing.
Oh, the
almost
cattle,
almost like cow
fence.
panel, but it's softer. It's the stuff you buy in a roll. You just roll it out and use the U-shaped nails and nail it to the.
Yeah,
the
we call that
post.
step fence because usually when they step on it, it just goes.
Yeah. Oh, just a little piece of information I found for everybody out there who's thinking about using, either cow panels or the roll-up livestock stuff. There's a YouTube video out there where a guy got instead of putting in the metal T-posts, got fiberglass posts that were made to be pounded in. And it had little notches on it, and he'd hang it up on that, tie it to it, and then instead of putting a hot wire across the top, he just hot wired the entire fence.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah. That's like I talked to my daughter. Well, okay, we're gonna have to go around and gonna see if I can get some of the thin 125 thickness PVC pipe and over the T-post, just put it on over the T-post and glue a little thing at the top to hang it on and then tie it to the post and electrify it, keep the kids in, the deer out, the raccoons out, the possums out, and the foxes out.
Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, if the whole fence down to you put the fence about 2 inches above the ground, and it's hot. First time they try to go under, it's
Diana says she's trying to drink cranberry juice since she has kidney stones. Hope it helps. It's supposed to help. It has helped me in the past sometimes. But right now is a great time when cranberries are on sale to grab cranberries and use that quick method where you use a cup of cranberries and between 1/4 and 1/2 a cup of sugar, just because cranberries are so tart. And to a quart jar. And then it's a 15 or 20-minute water bath. I'd have to look it up. It's been a while since I made it. I want to make some this year. As soon as the price drops on them, make some cranberry juice. I usually try to have like 12 to 14 quarts of that in the pantry every year. Then there's one a month if you need it.
Yeah, because I have all right. All right, so my wife has had we've had apricot trees in California there at the house there, and the apricots, she makes apricot jam from it, and she sends some up here, and jam and just apricots. And when she saw, all right, so last summer is when I planted the apricot trees, the peach trees, the pear trees, the cherry trees, and the apple trees, 2 of each out here in my new orchard.
Yes.
Okay. The apricot trees here I actually had 4 hit the ground because I couldn't pick. I go out there. Okay, get these. Those will be tomorrow. Nope, they're on the ground over the night. They hit the ground. But when the peach trees, I got Red Haven and Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Mary, Mother, and Joseph! It's just.
It's raining peaches.
Oh yeah, I mean I was actually bracing the trees. So these trees, first year in the ground, they were in. I think they may have been in 10-gallon buckets.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're 7.5 or 10 gallon. Yeah, I mean it just went hog wild. And her trees there, which she's been adding compost around too, and digging around, doing her peach tree there and stuff. She gets 7 or 8 peaches off of that thing.
Oh my!
It's not doing really good there because the sandstone down 8 feet, 4 feet down you got sandstone, and just the way soil is there and stuff. But the trees just love this volcanic ash soil.
Yes.
And everything else here, and just absolutely. I took her 2 big boxes of peaches from here to there, and each box was more peaches than she gets all year long.
That's adding insult to injury there.
And it's like, and she was like, and they were friggin' huge.
Nice.
And it's like, next year I know there's going to be more. Do you want me to bring more, and you can make peach jam or whatever, or
Mm-hmm.
she I think she's going to planning, depending on what's going on, of trying to spend most. She may try to spend more weeks up here this next year than she did this year.
Nice.
But we'll see what happens. Of course, if I find that winning lottery tickets, it's like, get your butt up here. The boys can have a house. We'll give them a ATM card to go buy groceries with all the time, or whatever they need. But we'll see.
Well, we have to get the kids to bed here, so I'm hogging one of their bedrooms. So I'm actually going to cut it short tonight. We're at the 50-minute mark. Does anybody have any questions before I cut out of here?
No. Dave says try lime around the tree.
Yeah, it might be your soil might be too acidic in California.
Actually, it's 6.5. That area.
So maybe the other way around. You got to do the other.
Yeah, here we're 9.8.
All right, so you need to make it 9.8 in California.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in at the last minute, and everybody's been asking where you were, and it's really good to see you in person and talk to you. So thank you so much for coming and being my guest tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm going to try to work back into doing videos on live stream again. I'm still not happy with the platform. Mm-hmm. They're still working around like they're doing with everybody, and they're getting worse with other people now too. So
yeah.
So all right, everyone.
All right. Good night.